This episode of Mudprints Unboxes was made possible with cables from retroaccess.com. So, you got yourself an RGB Framemeister, eh? Good as it is, you'll still need to get the right cables to get the best picture out of your systems. In this episode of Mudprints Unboxes, we take a look at custom RGB cables from RetroAccess. While some retro systems require modification in order to get RGB out for the ultimate in superior uber-clean analog signal, many more actually feature RGB out by design. The Super NES, Sega Genesis, Sega Saturn, PlayStation 1, Neo Geo, even the Sega Master System all have RGB out capabilities with no need for mods. After identifying which system you want to get an incredible retro picture from, a couple things need to be taken into consideration when it comes to buying RGB cables. First up, are you running SCART or JP-21? The Framemeister comes bundled with a JP-21 to 9-pin mini DIN adapter for use with the RGB-mini. However, in addition to looking identical to JP-21 RGB cables, Euro SCART cables, used for European RGB out, is wired differently and can end up frying your hardware without the proper SCART to mini DIN adapter. And that can be pretty expensive. RetroAccess has you covered though. JP-21 cables are the order of the day, and they can be made to order with excellent quality and used with the RGB-mini's included adapter. Some are more expensive than others, but typically run about $20 a cable. Options also exist to upgrade to heavier gauge, super shielded parts for an extra $18 or so. Overall, the build quality on these cables is impressive. Unfortunately, our PlayStation cable was defective. One of the color signals was damaged or non-functional, but we were also told it was a prototype. Wait, what, a prototype? Man, that's crazy. RetroAccess is refining it though, and we'll report back once we get it and put it through its paces. Hooking these cables up is simple. Plug the big square end into the other big square end, plug the mini DIN into the RGB-mini's RGB in, and plug the other end into your system. Voila! From there, a ridiculously clean signal is yours to behold, or record. We'll just let these images speak for themselves. While light on packaging, these cables came in a mailable bag after all, the quality of the build is undeniable. The option to beef up the shielding in these cables makes for a wire that is sure to meet or exceed any and all expectations for your RGB needs, JP-21, SCART, or otherwise. We can't knock our defective cable too badly though, it was after all a prototype unit. They work spectacularly well, and as such, Retro Access RGB cables get a 4.75 out of 5. If you want to get your hands on some great RGB cables, go ahead and follow the link in the description below at www.retro-access.com.